I'm Miley with Asian Media Network, and welcome to today's special talk show as we have the privilege to introducing an incredible individual who has spent his entire life to promoting health and serving the community. Let me present to you the esteemed Master Peter Chow. Master Peter Chow's journey to becoming a renowned authority in holistic health and wellness began at a young age, training in martial art and developing a profound understanding of the mind-body connection. Introduced to the family practice of I Ching, he laid the foundation for his exploration of Eastern healing art with extensive study in classical Chinese medicine under esteemed mentor, including Professor Chung Tak Sun and mentor Quang Ho Ban. Master Chow's expertise expanded, enabled him to make a profound impact on his patient lives, establishing his private practice and integrating Tai Chi, Qigong, and I Ching. In 1986, he founded The Way, a center promoting harmony and balance in Phoenix, Arizona. Throughout his career, Master Chow has empowered countless individuals to embark on transformative journey, bringing ancient wisdom with modern healing practice and earning widespread admiration and respect. And today we have the honor and privilege of interviewing the incredible Master Peter Chow, and he shared with us his wisdom, insight, and the experience in the holistic health and wellness. Without further ado, let's welcome the incredible Master Peter Chow. Master Chow, it's very honored to have you here on the show with us today. How are you today?
Fine, thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, could you please share with me and our audience the journey of you discovery and diving into the holistic health and wellness? How did you start?
I come from 29 generations in my family.
Wow,
That
29.
every generations we have people that they learn I Ching, Chinese martial arts, and Chinese medicine. And not every generation will learn all three, but at least never stop either one of them. And I'm so lucky that come to my generation, which is 28, 29 generations, and I study all three. So I'm lucky. And
That's
I learned
amazing.
from some from my father, and I learned from schools, and I learned from great masters. And the two great masters that I learned from, one is the national treasure in China, and also his name was printed in a book called The Best 100 Contemporary Qigong Master. And also he is the best teachers award winner in China. So I'm very lucky that I learned from him. And then the other master is a very good classical Chinese medical doctor. But he himself is also an MD. So I learned from him, and I study a lot from him after I learned the contemporary TCM. So right now my practice is a classical Chinese medical doctor. And when I first learned or approached all this is when I was young, I learned everything from the family. But when I grow up, my uncle, he was a doctor, MD, and he said that if you can pass all the physics, chemistry, and biology in C, then he would support me to go to the medical school. However, I failed all of them because I learned too much, I focused too much in martial arts. I drew myself like 4 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah, morning, afternoon, and night, and I spar 1 hour a day, every day throughout the whole high school. So I thought that I would be another Bruce Lee, but of course, there's no such a thing. So after that, I told myself that I couldn't be like that anymore because that means that is the end of my life. So I study again industriously and get back all the subjects passed, and then I can go into the college. But then I dare not to voice it out again to my uncle. So I told myself I need to study medicine because I like that. But then I can't go to the Western, so I studied the Chinese. And also because when I grow up in a Chinese family that has some knowledge on that already throughout the whole generations, that's why I get some knowledge. And when I graduate, I start using martial arts called the dim mai or pressure points to help people like acupressure. And then after I study from the Chinese medical school and then went to China and studied again, and then come back and to study another master called the Zhong Daksan. And I mentioned earlier he is an MD and also a classical Chinese medical doctor. And then it enlightened me, and so I focus a lot on the classical right now. That is the whole point.
That is amazing journey, especially 29 generation. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's very impressive.
It's just lucky. The learning process never stops. I'm still learning too.
Yes. So Master Chow, you mentioned about martial art. You study martial art at a very young age. What kind of martial art? Is that karate or what is that?
No, Chinese martial arts
Okay.
is all into either internal or external.
Okay.
Internal is usually talking about inside energy work, and some of them will use that energy to send out for exerting the energy outside to hurt, defense, or offense. But external part is hard style, like Shaolin Kung Fu, stuff
I
like
see.
that. These are the martial arts the Chinese will learn.
Thank
And
you.
so when I was young, I learned long fist, and then I learned some Wing Chun, and then Bak Mei, the right brow, and then I learned Charlie Fat, Hong Ga. I learned a lot, but then I have no interest in following all those through. I am very interested into internal part. So I put more focus on my Tai Chi. So when I was 12 years old, I'm very good in Tai Chi already.
Wow.
I spar with karate people, black belt 1, and they couldn't even touch me.
Wow.
But those were the days anyway. But then after that, I learned another style of Tai Chi, Yang style, and then Chen style. So I had Chen, Yang, Wu style. I learned all those three.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's why is he the master? He learned everything, all the martial art and. But then, Master Chow, how is martial art relate to your health and wellness that you treating the patient now?
It's very interesting questions. People don't understand how martial arts are related to medicine. But actually, 1,000 years ago, since Han Dynasty, which is about 2,000 years ago, then the Chinese government is already grouping martial arts, I Ching, Feng Shui, and Chinese medicine together. So, in other words, when you want to be a good Chinese medicine man, you need to learn all this. And it's lucky that I learned a lot of these in the family. So that's why I believe that I can use that right now. And a very good example is I had a patient come to me and said that she got stuck in the body for something. Her chi is unable to cultivate. She has a foggy mind. She couldn't get the chi, something like that. So chi means energy. Okay, so her energy is stuck. She couldn't think. So I understand that she got problems in the chest, and the energy got stuck. So I used martial arts, the way to help her remove all the chi by punching her at the back actually. And then she feels good. And then I use the energy to help induce all the energy away from the body. Then she can breathe again. So that is how martial arts can use in the medicine way.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Master Chow, when you just described it to me, I feel like I'm watching Kung Fu movie right in front of me. I'm a big fan of all the martial art movie from Hong Kong and China. So it would be amazing to see you demo that for us one of these days. Speaking about Chinese classical medicine, could you please share with us the importance of Chinese classical medicine and how is it different from traditional Chinese medicine?
Actually, people always call the Chinese medicine man the TCM doctor.
Yeah.
Means traditional Chinese medical doctor or medicine man. But actually, there are two mainstream right now. One is called classical. The other one is called contemporary.
I see.
The differentiation is actually made by the Chinese government that whenever you are focusing a lot of the philosophy and theories and formulas within this Ming and Qing dynasty, which means like about a few hundred years, those theories and followers are considered as contemporary.
I see.
And then the classical people are the people that they follow all the philosophy, theories, formulas up to 200 years ago from the person who reformed the Chinese medicine in Han Dynasty. His name is called Chang Chung Ging or Chang Chung Jing. And when he did the reform, Chinese medicine reform, he collect all the formulas and theories 2,000 years ahead of him, and then conclude and write down the book called Shanghan Lun and Jingui Yao Le. Then these two books is considered as the classical medicine. And then from that down past to us is another 200 years, 2,000 years, sorry. So in other words, the classical people, the philosophy and formula we use is at least 4,000 years to 5,000 years. And it's proven to be more effective. Doesn't mean that the contemporary TCM, they are crazy, they're bad. They're still helping a lot of people. But they have a few hundred years of stuff. And the classical theories and philosophy has 5,000 years. And when I study both, I graduate from the contemporary, and then I study under another master for 10 years. Then I can tell the difference, what we missed. So that's why right now I focus only on the classical. Yeah, that is the main difference between the two.
Thank you, Master Chow, for explaining the difference between the two. And with your deep knowledge and experience practicing these classical Chinese medicine for a long, long time, can you share how is this be able to use to treat patients with chronic disease, especially those who been addiction?
Addiction.
Yes, like opioid addiction, for example.
First of all, classical philosophy is actually very scientific, like Western medical philosophy. They don't talk too much onto something like dampness or qi or jing, something like that. They are very simple, just talk about yin yang, and they very rarely will talk about 5 elements either. So everything is yin yang.
Yes,
in the whole universe is yin yang. And we have yin and yang. We have yin and yang. Everything is yin yang. So when we look at a person, then we need to differentiate what the person is pertaining to, more yin or more yang. And then we can find out the picture, what that person pop up, fit into what kind of theories and formulas. Then we can use it. Give you an example. We will talk about addiction later, but give you an example like psoriasis, okay? And why psoriasis happen in the body? The classical people look at it as something stagnated in the body, okay? Then in the Western world, they may believe that, that is because of fungus or this and that, blah, blah, blah. And they will give you this kind of cortisone cream and so on and so forth. But that is treating the skin.
I see.
When we treat it, we treat what causes that skin pop up and get rashes. And Chinese always believe when there is something that you can see, that it must be something wrong inside. Because in the body doesn't have a voice to tell you that please take care of my body, please take care of my kidneys or whatever. There is no voice like that. If you hear somebody in your body that telling you, please take care of my kidneys, you better go to find some psychiatrist, right? Because there's no such a thing. But then Chinese is able to figure it out. What is this referring to? Something like that. So our philosophy comes from observation and then we apply. So we believe that the skin's supposed to be smooth. That is to tell you like a transportation is very smooth, no traffic congestion. All of a sudden, when you see there is a traffic congestion, then the example is like a helicopter. Look at that and we'll call to the headquarters and tell you that, hey, there is a traffic jam. Please send somebody to resolve it, right?
Yeah.
So who is that headquarters? To us is the liver.
I see.
The helicopter is like your eyes, that you can see your skin pop up. It's a traffic jam. Because liver is for transportation too. It's not just to detoxify. So when I treat psoriasis, eczema, we treat the liver. And then the psoriasis will be gone. The fastest one is in 1 week.
Awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Agent Orange, everybody knows that is very bad. And I treat a Vietnamese man with a whole back is thickening up like that thick.
Wow.
And it's red, purplish red, like a turtle shell.
Wow.
And then 3 months' time, it's done. And I told him, go to the veteran hospital, tell them the Agent Orange is fixable. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to blow up myself, okay? It's just an example, telling you that because we have a different kind of approach, different kind of understanding. And don't forget, East and West should work together. I always say East and West works the best.
It's like yin and yang.
Yes,
Balance.
that's it. Yeah. So there is a kind of philosophy that the Chinese medicine will work on a person like that. That is the classical way of doing so. Another example is like canker sore. When you have a canker sore, then some Chinese doctor will say, oh, that is because of the fake yang, or because the person is working too late without going to sleep at night after 1 o'clock and still working, and that is too much fake yang. But then the classical people say no. That is because the cell died here faster than they can repair. In other words, your body is not having a fake yang. Your body is not having yang. So that you have no energy to repair. So you cannot say that, oh, because I ate biscuits, I ate some donut, I ate some crispy things, that's why it cuts my lips. Then how come he won't cut his lips and I cut my lips? It's because my area there is too weak that after cutting it, I can't repair on time. So what we do, the classical people will give them a lot of yang things to boost the body immunity and the system so that the body work and repair it right away in a minute. So that is the main difference.
Awesome.
So back to the drug addiction, it depends on the individual. So if the person is having a pre-existing problems like high blood pressure or like arthritis, not high blood pressure, they won't take the drugs for pain. But arthritis pain, then they will say, oh, I need to increase my dose because right now it's not enough. The pain is still there. Then the doctor will increase the dosage again, another kind of medicine, just to help remove the pain, right? However, you need to find out why you have the pain. If this is the pre-existing factor, chronic issues will be affected by acute infection. So in other words, when I have a flu or cold, my arthritis flare up. So you hear a lot of patients say that I have no problems all my life. 40 years, I never get sick, but my arthritis comes and go. So what does it mean? It means when the arthritis comes, it's because you get an infection. Because whenever the infection comes to the body, we seek for the weakest part to attack. So that's why you will have that flare-up first. And then when your immune system is strong, you fight back, then arthritis is gone. So you think that you have only arthritis. You increase your dosage for pain killing, and you depend on that, but you never treat the infection, it won't work. So that is how the classical people will do. We'll figure it out that is an infection or not. If not, then we treat the arthritis. Otherwise, if we believe that is because you get an infection before, then we treat the infection, then the arthritis pain is gone. You don't need to rely on so much medicine then.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's I feel like I'm taking one-on-one Chinese classical medicine. I need to sign up with Master Chow.